Hi, and welcome to the School Parent Council and School Site Council Elections Training. The purpose of this training is to get familiar with the election process and how it works. Agenda. First, we will review each school parent council role and their responsibilities, as well as the election guidelines. Second, we will speak about the school site council roles, responsibilities, and the school site council election guidelines. Third, we will discuss the nomination process. What does this look like and how it can be facilitated? For resources and templates, make sure to check out the description below for the links. What is the School Parent Council? Please keep in mind, some schools may refer the School Parent Council as the School Family Council or monthly family meetings. The title is often voted by the families during a meeting or elections. For this training, it will be referred as the School Parent Council. The School Parent Council is the voice of all parents in the school community. The parent or guardian of a student assigned to a school is automatically a part of the School Parent Council. This is a place where families often meet once a month, either in person, virtually, or hybrid, to discuss a variety of topics. For example, transportation, family resources, school wide events that bring the community together, fundraising, etc. The School Parent Council meetings are a place where parents' voices can be heard, a place where parents can support students and teachers by sharing ideas to better improve the school. This is a place where parents can work together as a team. There are different roles in the School Parent Council. The School Parent Council must be composed of racially and ethnically diverse committee representing the student body, including parents of English language learners, students who have IEPs, multiple grade levels, and a mix of new and experienced families. What are the roles of the School Parent Council? Well, let's start off with the co chair. The co chair, depending on the family participation, the co chair collaborates either with the school parent council team, the family liaison, and/or school leader. Topics addressed according to the family requests. For example, BPS transportation, fundraising, housing resources, school wide events, etc. We then have the treasurer. The treasurer will help manage any donations or funds received through events and activities. We also have a secretary, and the secretary can help with preparing for the meetings or taking notes. These three positions are fundamental to the school parent council. Family liaisons often support by facilitating, co facilitating, and be the bridge between the schools and the families. Now, there are positions that are district wide. Each school has a family who attends the meetings and represents each position. The positions are Citywide Parent Council, known as the CPC. These meetings occur monthly via Zoom. This is a citywide parent council, impacts BPS policies, student academic experiences, and families. Next, we have the District English Learner Advisory Committee, known as DLAC. These meetings occur every other month via Zoom. DLAC provides recommendations on services and support for English language learners. There is also the Special Education Parent Advisory Council, known as SPEDPAC. These monthly meetings are held via Zoom. SPEDPAC provides resources for families with students who have disabilities. Now,
We are now going to talk about the school site council and what role it plays within schools. The role of the school site council is to engage parents and teachers to serve with the principal or head of school as a central decision-making body of that school. School site councils, or SSCs, are required by the Massachusetts Education Reform Act of 1993 and by the collective bargaining agreement between the Boston Teachers Union, or BTU, and the Boston School Committee. To be clear, the term parent includes a legal guardian or other person whom the child lives with, or a person who's legally responsible for the child's welfare. That could be a grandparent, step parent, aunt, uncle. Once again, anyone who's looking out for the best interest of that child. Because of the role that school site councils play in regards to schools, there are many decisions that a school site council may have to make. Some of those decisions are about the budget, hiring, data, uniforms, discipline policies, school bylaws, and instructional leadership teams, or ILT. These are all essential decisions that will help a school thrive. To continue about the roles of a school site council or governing board, we want to make sure you're informed on some of the roles or duties that they would play. School site councils will review and approve the quality school plan within guidelines established by the superintendent. They will also review and approve the recommendations of the instructional leadership team, or ILT, that have been endorsed by the principal or head of school and that will have a major effect on the school community. They will review and comment on the entire school budget, which include the general funds and external funds budget, in a timely fashion. School site councils also approve the budget for discretionary school materials, supplies, textbooks, and equipment, and also includes the use of school improvement award funds. They will also review and approve recommendations from any other committee or group that is established to recommend changes that will have a major effect on the school community. They will develop and approve plans for increasing parent engagement in the school, develop, review annually, and improve the homeschool compact as required by Title I, receive information about all outside programs or outside professionals that come into the school, and they will also approve waivers. We're now going to talk about the school site council representation and composition. It is important to know, one, the composition of a school site council. It should be composed of the principal or head of schools, the elected members of the BTU or the school site council staff side who work more than 50% of their work week at that school, should include parents of children enrolled in that school elected by the school parent council, or SPC, and at the high school level, 2 students that are enrolled at the school, and they should be elected by the school government. This is the composition. In terms of the representation, there's an equation or a formula to figure out how many parents should be on the school site council and how many staff, including the principal or head of schools. If you have a school that has 30 or fewer BTU members at that school, the number of BTU SSC representatives should be 4. So it should be 4 staff members and 1, including the school leader, making a total of 5. Then on the parent side, that number should also equal 5. If you have a school that has 31 to 60 BTU members at that school, the number of BTU SSC representatives should be 5 plus 1, including the school leader, making a total of 6. So on the parent side, it should also be 6. If you have a school that has 61 or more BTU members, the same equation. If it's 6 staff plus the school leader, it's a total of 7. It should also equal 7 parents on the parent side. This is important to ensure there's equity in voice at the table. So we strive to have all schools make sure it's a balanced representation of both staff as well as parents. We'll talk further about the school site council governance and operations. It's important to know that school site council or SSC operations are governed by a BPS or a BTU joint steering committee. Now, this joint steering committee includes parents and students. Any member of a school site council may file a complaint with the steering committee concerning the operation of the SSC at their school. The school site council is expected to operate as a single decision-making team, working together to reach consensus versus individuals operating in their own unique desire or thought process without working collectively and collaboratively with the rest of the members. Formally, decisions made at the SSC will be made by majority vote, with the principal or head of school voting with the majority. The principal or head of school is required to account in writing and in person at subsequent meetings for any vote in contravention of a majority of the council. A quorum must be presented to vote on issues. To constitute a quorum, the principal or head of school must present as well as at least 2 teachers and 2 parents for school site councils with 9 to 12 members, and 3 teachers and 3 parents for school site councils with 13 or more members. These numbers are important to make sure, once again, we have the equity when it comes down to voice and voting. The principal or head of schools shall serve as the school site council co-chair. And at the first meeting of the school year, members of the SSC are encouraged to select one other member, preferably a parent, to serve as the other co-chair. Roles such as note taker and any other subcommittee shall also be selected within this first meeting of the SSC of the school year. Now, at the first school site council meeting of the year, the calendar dates for meetings should be set for the entire school year so that the school community can be notified and aware of meeting dates. It's important to make sure that these dates and times are convenient for all members. The agenda for these meetings shall be also developed by the school site council chairs with input from other members of the school site council and even the school community at large. School site councils are required to pass bylaws to govern its operations, and those bylaws have to be approved or amended by two-thirds of the member of the bargaining unit in the school eligible to vote for the school site council, and by two-thirds of the parents who come to a parent meeting. There must be at least 2 weeks notice for the parent meetings. All school site council meetings are subject to DESE's regulations regarding specific law, including publicizing meeting dates in advance and sharing meeting minutes with the school community. On March 29th, 2023, Governor Healy signed into law a supplemental bill, a budget bill, which, among other things, extends the temporary provision pertaining to the open meeting law to March 31st, 2025. You can read more in terms of that bill and more information to give you insight.
We are at the election guidelines. Here comes the fun part. What does this look like? Elections may take place in person, virtually, or a combination of both called hybrid. The main point is that it has to be accessible to all families. Remember, the parent or guardian of a student assigned to a school is automatically a part of the school parent council, so they have the autonomy to vote. For a parent or guardian to cast their vote, they must be present in the meeting. When collecting votes, you can use a virtual ballot by using a link to vote, raising hands, and the majority wins, or paper ballot. A parent or guardian may nominate themselves. Super important. Before the elections, we highly recommend that information about the school parent council and school site council roles be sent to families. Therefore, they're aware and understand the roles. For example, some family liaisons have created flyers in various languages. Some have facilitated informational workshops before the election, and some have had personal one to one contact, informing them of these roles to spark interest in electing themselves or other parents. If for some reason you do not have enough candidates, then the elected member can serve more than one role. This is why it is ideal for family liaisons and school staff to do outreach. Continuing the election guidelines, if a parent works at their child's school, they may not be elected to the school parent council executive committee. Keep in mind that if your school decides to send paper ballots, it is only one paper ballot per family, as each family is allowed one vote. During the elections, each parent who wants to be part of the school parent council may introduce themselves in the meeting or provide a short blurb in the paper ballot as well. There are several ways to cast a vote. It can be a secret ballot by using a link or raising hands and the majority wins. This should be established before the elections.
We will now cover the nomination process. The nomination process is as follows. Nominations will be accepted by self or another person. So basically, you can nominate yourself if you feel you are interested and qualified to fill a seat, take a position, or you can nominate someone else for a position. Those nominated by another person, however, must accept or can decline that nomination in the meeting before the vote. Nominees will be called on to address the audience. You have a 2-minute max. Those nominees will be asked to state what is their name, the grade of their child or children, if the child receives special education services or is an English language learner, and then briefly just share why are you interested in holding a position as an executive member on the school site council and the school parent council. My apologies. Those names of those individuals will be entered into a virtual ballot, or as we said earlier, could be put on a paper ballot. The voting process will be provided to families either through a link, a QR code, or shared in the chat during Zoom sessions. Families will have a designated amount of time to cast and submit that vote. As a reminder, families, if there's multiple individuals in a family, will only have that one vote, however. After confirming all votes have been submitted, reviewed, and the results by accessing the response tab on the editable Google form, once the results have been reviewed, the newly elected members can be announced. So, now, if the results are in, what do? There'll be an announcement in terms of the results of the election, and we will congratulate the newly elected members. Let's give them a round of applause. We'll distribute the 24-25 elected member information form to elected members. We need to collect your information to make sure we're able to reach out to you in a timely fashion to share information, to discuss meeting dates, to discuss what are the plans moving forward as a collective. We will request availability. So we'll ask the elected members to provide at least 3 dates that they're available to meet and discuss potential school parent council SPC meeting dates for the year. SPC elected members will be provided with a school year calendar to help them plan meetings and events. We'll also give district council elected parents the schedule for district council meetings. We want to make sure all members for both school parent council and school site council are knowledgeable and aware of the meeting dates and the resources available to help them be successful in their roles.
We hope that this training was useful, and remember that we are a team. If you have any questions or concerns, you may contact the assigned family engagement facilitator for your region and they can support you. There is no I in team, and happy elections. Thank you.